What water system should you use when walking Camino de Santiago? Hi everybody, I'm Peter and I'm an expat Kiwi. There are multiple systems you can use for the Camino de Santiago. Everything from a simple water bottle, through to a Convertube system, through to a water bladder. The question is, what's best? Well, that's a very individual choice, of course. Personally, I quite like the Convertube. I've got one attached right now. The reason for that is it gives me the best of both worlds. I don't have the hassle of filling a water bladder, taking it in and out of my backpack and so on, and I can also see at a glance how much water I've got left. As you can see, the Convertube system simply screws onto a normal water bottle. There are a variety of different caps that come with the system, so it doesn't really matter what type of water bottle you've got. It'll probably fit, although I would suggest double checking before you purchase, of course. The other advantage of using the tube is that I can actually keep the bottle inside my backpack. If you've got room for it, why not? There's a very good reason to do it. That's because it keeps it cooler, especially on a nice sunny day like it is today. It's currently around 30 degrees, so keeping it cool is kind of nice. If it's in the bottle on the side of my pack, like right now, then yeah, it's a little hassle to access. You can see I can get my hand back there and pull it out, but it's just not that easy. Some people like to use a simple homemade solution. I actually saw this on YouTube, thought it was quite a cool idea. It's just simply a simple zip tie and a carabiner. It works quite well, but for me personally, I find that it swings around a bit. That said, hey, it's cheap, very easy to do, and it does transfer the weight of the water bottle to the front of your backpack, which kind of helps balance things out a little bit. There are, of course, proper pockets designed for that as well. I haven't got one of those to show you, unfortunately. Personally, as I've already mentioned, I tend to carry 500ml that I'm drinking directly out of, and then I also carry a 1 litre water bottle. That way I know I've got a full 2 refills. Anytime I get to a water stop, I make sure I drink my fill and top up both the bottles. I would add that the water system is not just about what type of bottle you've got. It doesn't matter if you've got a big 1 litre bottle, something along these lines. Just a simple water bottle straight out of the supermarket with a normal screw on top, or one with one of the type of smart caps. Incidentally, this particular cap here is an aftermarket item. I think I paid €1.50, €2 for a pack of 2, so they're not particularly expensive and I find them well worthwhile. Whilst it does have this little dust cap on it, I tend to get rid of that pretty quickly, they just get lost. But I find it quite convenient. Just a simple little pop cap, and it fits on just a standard water bottle from the supermarket. Quite a useful little item, really. Only you can decide for yourself what type of water system is going to be best for you. Personally, I'm somebody that likes to sip water quite frequently, so that's why I found the Convertube particularly good. I'm not constantly reaching back at an awkward angle to try and get my bottle out of my pack. It works really well when I've just got my little day pack out with me, because I can just swing the bag around off one shoulder. But if I'm out for a longer walk or carrying a heavier load, it really doesn't cut it for me. So yeah, I'm prepared to carry the extra weight. Incidentally, the Convertube system weighs around 145 grams. So it's certainly of note, but not a big deal as far as I'm concerned, as far as the convenience is there. If you're somebody that actually prefers to stop and take a big long drink, so half a litre at a time for example, then probably just a water bottle on the side or in your pack is better for you. If you're somebody that would prefer to hang the water bottle from the front to help balance your load, then getting one of those sleeves that goes on your backpack strap or using one of these is probably a very good idea for you. It's very much an individual choice. No matter what kind of water system you choose to adopt, I strongly encourage you to carry some kind of reserve. It can be as little as one of those little 200ml juice bottles that you get, or occasionally they give you a little 200ml bottle on the airline. Keep it, you never know when it might come in useful. There's a very simple reason for carrying a reserve. occasionally that next bar that you were counting on is simply not open, or you've forgotten to check the water level of your bottle at the last place you're in, or the water fountain is simply not working. One quick additional point for you: just because your friend who's walked 5 Caminos says you only need to carry half a litre of water between stages, sorry, don't accept their word for it. Our needs are very individual. Where I might drink 2 litres of water, somebody else might drink 1, or vice versa. So find out for yourself how much water you need when you're going out on a hot day, and take it from there. Make sure you've got that reserve, as I already suggested, and you'll be fine. When it comes to water requirements, do remember to allow for the weather. The last time I did this walk, it was 18 to 20 degrees. Today it's been over 30. I've gone through more than twice as much water with just a 10-degree temperature change. Pretty significant. We interrupt this broadcast for an important announcement. Alright, hopefully that got your attention. I have just been asked, in the process of editing this video, yet again, whether the tap water in Spain is safe to drink. The answer is very definitely yes. Yes, 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 yes. So don't hesitate to refill your water bottles from the taps in Spain, whether that's in your hotel or out in the streets, so long as it actually displays a potable water sign. Occasionally a spring or a water fountain will show that the water is not potable. It's pretty clear. Very occasionally they may not be marked, or they may simply say water not tested, or words to that effect. I'll put the translation below. When it says that, a lot of the time you can just ask a local and they'll say, look, we've been drinking it from it for years, it's not a problem. It just means that the local municipality has not gone to the trouble and expense of having their water tested for potability. When in doubt, ask. Personally, if the choice was between dehydration and a potential risk of an upset stomach, I'd choose the upset stomach. However, we all walk our own Camino, so you make your choice. I realized during the process of editing this video that there was far too much emphasis given to alternatives to water bladders. I guess that's because I personally don't use them and I don't particularly like them. Some people struggle with keeping them clean, although the people that use them a lot never seem to have a problem. I have no idea as to why that is. Water bladders do have a couple of very definite pros. The first of which is that the water, which is heavy, is up against your back and pretty much the prime position for carrying a heavy weight. It's an excellent place for it. It's part of the reason they developed the system in the first place. The other reason is that, like my water bottle when I put it in my rucksack, it stays cool, which on a hot day is really good, as I already mentioned. So don't discount water bladders. I'm not trying to knock them, it's just that they personally don't work for me. The con for me is that I really struggle to access them, to fill them without removing other items from my backpack. My next video is going to be the first in a short series of planning videos, so do look out for that. I guess if you've gotten this far, then there's been something in it for you. So please do hit the like button. It does help others find the channel. Really appreciate you being here. Take care. Buen Camino.